Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoyed were you that Matt got to drive this and not you?
I'd already done a web film on it for you guys. You know that. Look, I was gutted because I'd love to have another go in it, and to make a beautiful television film would have been wonderful. But you know, Matt needed to have a go in it.
This is your kind of car, isn't it?
I love these.
Yeah.
I think the front-engine V12 Berlinetta Ferraris are the ones that appeal most.
Yeah.
I think it's a simpler type of machine. Yeah. It's a bit more upright. It's a bit less the low racing slipper, the mid-engine layout. I love how practical they are. Yeah. And there's something about just pointing a really big V12 at the horizon and just following where it goes. I think there's a romanticism about me and the V12 Gran Turismo Ferrari that I'll never get over. I adore it.
But there is a problem.
Yeah.
The name. We need to talk about the name. Superfast.
I think the historical precedent of the Superfast model that was in America means you can get away with it.
Yeah.
I quite like it. But they've just launched the 488, the Superfast 488. What's that called?
It's called the Pista.
I think that's a really bad name.
See, that's a bad name.
I mean, if you bought that in Germany and went for a drive in it, that would be the Pista as a fart, wouldn't it? I don't think that's the best name.
Yeah, on the Pista, all sorts of fun we can have with the headlines for that one. So you don't mind the Superfast name? That's
no, but you have to
fine.
imagine that an Italian saying it.
Yeah.
Superfast. Then it sounds sexy, doesn't it? If you go, oh mate, it's super fast, or if you're Bristolian, yeah mate, it's super fast. It doesn't sound right. But if you imagine, Italian guy sitting down for his meal and he's just explaining to his buddy, I have the super fast. I think then it sounds really cool.
Italians make everything sound cool.
Of course they do. Quattro porte, 4-door.
All right, the engine. Is this just an engine car? So it was 6.5 litre V12.
There's a lot of it is engine. So if I cheat around there a bit, I mean it's front mid-engine, so it's beginning around about there.
Yeah.
And it's coming back right into the bulkhead because you think it's very cleverly designed. They deliberately have this black area hiding how far the bonnet ends and the actual steering wheel starts. I mean, there's a good metre there. Yeah. It is just an engine with some wheels attached to it. Of course it is.
So nearly 9,000 RPM, isn't it?
Yep.
Nearly 800 bhp.
800 horsepower.
Well, 800 horsepower, 789 bhp.
Yeah. Sub-editor on the magazine hates that.
Thank you very much. But does the engine dominates the experience, right?
It does. On a dry road, the normal P0 is struggling to deal with it.
Yeah.
If you add any kind of problem, temperature, moisture, anything else, and it can't deal with it. Yeah. But the chassis systems are amazing.
Well, that's the thing. It's not just an engine, it's the Ferrari electronics these days are out of this world, aren't they?
Without
they can make that drivable.
Without the electronics, the thing would be it would be drivable, but if you got it wrong, it would just fire itself off.
Yeah, ridiculous. So are we looking at the sort of last bastion of naturally aspirated V12s? The Ferrari got more to come, or is this the kind of love letter to the greatest engine ever?
You'd have to say that there must be space for a special one of these, right?
What do you call that? Really very super fast.
Tour de Pista. Effing faster. Maybe. So after that, I think you're done. Yeah. I think after that, you're looking at some level of augmentation, either electricity or something else that gets in and probably makes it heavier and probably loses some of the passion.
And you get more upset.
No, a little bit. I mean, look, I can see where the world's going, and I'm not going to rage against it too much. What I will say is the way to track whether the market thinks this is the end is to look at the prices and also to look at the popularity. The car is sold out. Now that's unprecedented. V12 front-end Ferraris normally are a bit of a problem. There are some committed nutters that buy them and they depreciate terribly in the first 6 months. Well, look at F12 prices. Yeah. You still have to pay 200,000 to buy a used F12. Yeah. And a late F12 is pretty much list. So that's never happened before in the marketplace. That means these are probably going to be a premium. Yeah. And they're £300,000 basic. So Ferrari, where's all the money?
They're doing something right, which it segues neatly with my last question, which is this car just too much? Too much power? We have to keep going upwards and onwards. But would you have this or an F12? On your driveway, if you had to drive.
Dynamically, this is better, but an F12 is 9.5 tenths of it. So if you wanted to just have the driving experience, then save the money, have the F12, that'd be my view. Yeah. But people that are in this marketplace want the latest, don't they? Yeah. And as for the too much thing, Jack, you know this. There's this pedal in the footwell, right? The middle one stops it, and the one on the right, you just push it as far as you want to go. Yeah. And if you want to push it into the carpet, then the car might be too fast. So just come back a little bit. You drive this the way you ride a very fast motorcycle, because your opportunities to use it all are few and far between. Now you can view that two ways. Either that's a frustration because you don't get to use it, or it's a fascination because the moment that you do get to use it all is one of those life-affirming, oh my God,
The
moments.
one day you unlock that extra 20% is the day you just remember forever. All right, you have the F12, I'll have this.
Yeah.
Deal?
That's a lovely thing. I quite like it in Jello Fly as well. Enjoy.
Cheers.